G'day boys, welcome to episode 3 of the beginner series. We're currently at just the very beginning of our 5th day, so I just wanted an update on what we've been able to achieve basically in the last couple of days since the last video. We've actually managed to build a stable GB12 team as well. It's not the fastest, but we'll do a run here just so I can show you that it does work. We haven't had any fails on it yet. I haven't been running a lot of it though. Like I said in the last video, you really want to be prioritizing experience farming. So we'll get this run started here, and then I'll show you guys what I've been working on over the last couple of days as well. So what we've been doing is we've been 6-starring some units here. So we already had a few of these done, but we've now 6-starred the TOAN, we've got the Veramos 6-starred. We pulled a Khaki out of the 4-star event as well, the new player event. So we've got him, we've 6-starred him, built a few other units here. Sath is 6-starred as well. He is now ready to be second awakened. We're just going to need some more skill ups for him. We have managed to fully skill our Vigor. We haven't fully skilled the Fran just yet, but we've fully skilled the Bernard and we've fully skilled the Shannon now as well. Let me show you the runes that we're using on the units in the GB12 team as well. It's the same as what it was before with the Veramos and the Fran. They're on the same sets. The Shannon is on the Despair Focus set as well, and the Bernard is on the Swift Energy set that we picked up when we completed GB10. And then finally, the last unit is the Melia, who's on a Violent Focus set that we got from completing DB10. So I'll go through and I'll show you the team that we used to do that as well after the GB12 run. Okay, so here's the final boss now. I might just let this run through. I'll speed it up a little bit just so you can see the entirety of the fight here, and you'll see that basically we get enough damage out just through the Melia stacking her dots, and the Shannon and the Fran with the glancing and the attack break just means that the boss never does enough damage to ever actually get close to even killing us. So we'll just let it run through. Alrighty, and there it is. So that's the completely 100% safe, stable GB12 done. Not the fastest time, about a 4:30 average, which is really not the best, so I still don't recommend farming this just yet. But if you want to start collecting a few runes now, you definitely can get in here and just let it run. But like I said earlier, you definitely still want to be prioritizing your experience farming right now, while you're waiting to 2A your Sath, which we've nearly done, which will speed up these runs significantly. Okay, so the team that we used to do DB10 to get that extra set of Violent runes was the Veramos, Fran, TOAN, Vigor, and the Lapis here. Now, you can replace the TOAN with Sigmarus. You could also replace the TOAN with a Belladon if you didn't use the Sigmarus yet. It will be a little bit slower, but probably even a little bit safer, having the extra defense break, a bit more healing, as well as the strip on the immunity here. But we'll let this run through as well. And here we go, the final boss. The Lauren would actually be a great replacement for TOAN here as well, offering the attack bar pushback onto the dragon, as well as the strip and very, very reliable defense break. So either the Belladon or the Lauren here could easily replace the TOAN in this team. So we missed the pushback with TOAN onto the right side crystal then. So now the dragon does have immunity up. We still get through here. I've never had a fail, but it just means that now it slows the run down a little bit. But again, just for the purposes of receiving your Violent Focus set for completing DB10, it's definitely worth doing just to get it done, just to get that extra set. And there we go. So we're through pretty easily there as well. And that completes our DB10. And like I said, gives us that extra violent set. So the other thing that we managed to do was complete TOAN normal 100 as well. We will go do it again now just so I can finish off the intermediate summoner's way here. And then we'll get another Transcendent Scroll and we can go summon another Nat 5. The units that we use here, the Veramos, the Fran, the Vigor, the Lapis, and the Khaki. We have moved a few of the runes around to complete this stage here. The Veramos and the Fran are still on the same sets that they were before. The Vigor is still on the Swift Energy set, but we've moved the Despair Focus set over to the Lapis here. And then we've put the Violent Revenge set onto the Khaki, but we've swapped over the slot 4 HP for the Focus slot 4 attack rune that we had, just to give him a little bit more damage. This is the team that I use for every floor moving up. It's pretty much auto the whole way. You might have to manual a couple of bits just to make sure that they have skills ready for the final stage. The toughest stage for me was actually floor number 80, which was the Wind Monkey boss, and the 2 Islands, as basically they just kept revenging, and it also had the 2 Fire Warbears. So just floor 80 boss in particular was the hardest stage. The rest of it was pretty cruisy to go through. Nobody here has very high crit rate either, so all the stages where critting is a problem, this team doesn't really have an issue with those at all. Okay, now that we're on to the last couple of units here, we'll stop autoing and we will manual just to make sure we have all our skills available when we go through to the final stage. Okay, now we're onto the final boss here. We definitely want to manual this bit here because there is a little bit of, you can't just auto it. You do want to target a certain selection at the right time here. So with the Khaki, basically you always want to be going for the boss with the Khaki. Whenever you have Vero's skill 2 available, always use his skill 2. The Lapis, you can alternate between if you need the defense break, you want to put the skill 2 on. If you don't need the defense break, you want to be going for skill 3 to absorb the attack bar or skill 1 to be going for the attack bar. Now, with the Fran, we don't really want to be touching the boss. The more debuffs that we put on him, whenever he takes a turn, the stronger he's actually going to get. So we're actually just, with the Fran, we're just going to target the side crystal there. Now, because we already have the defense break with Vigor, we'll save the skill 3 on him, and we'll just target the right crystal. With Veramos with skill 1, we also want to be targeting the right crystal. Okay, defense break back on, perfect. Again, we can save that one just in case the Lapis misses the defense break. We want to keep the Vigor defense break in reserve. The Khaki being on Vant is really, really nice too. The extra turns that he gets just means it makes it a little bit faster. You get a lot more damage out. So you can see here the boss isn't really taking a whole heap of turns. Between the Lapis pushback as well as the Veramos pushback, he really doesn't take that many turns and it's pretty stable to just go through. You do kind of just have to manual it here though, just to make sure it's a little bit easier. Now, if you had your Veramos skilled up as well, mine isn't skilled up, you will be cycling back to the skill 2 a lot faster, which will only mean that then it probably is a little bit easier again because you get not double the pushbacks, you get extra pushbacks. Okay, so the side crystal just took its first turn. And here we go, defense break back on. Alrighty, and there it is. So that's the TOA normal 100 completed. We had this team built and done probably on about the end of day 3, day 4. You can do it a little bit sooner if you just build these units earlier on and collect those runes and put them on there. Okay, so now we can finish the Summoner's Way. We'll get our skill up. I am putting them into Khaki right now. You can't fuse any skill ups for him, as well as he does require them to increase his defense break and his damage is really nice as well. So this is where we're putting our skill ups at the moment. And we'll collect our extra Transcendence Scroll. Now we have also summoned an extra couple of Nat5s since the last video as well. We've summoned the Hell Lady Ethna and the Rakan as well here, so the Fire Chimera. So we've got an extra couple of Nat5s. Again, neither of these are going to be useful for us early game. We will just put them aside for now, and maybe we'll build them later on when we start looking at getting into some higher level guild content or some PvP content. Okay, let's do a quick little summon session here. We've managed to collect an extra couple of LD scrolls. You get that from doing the DB10 and I can't remember where I got the other one from, but somewhere as well. From doing TOA. We've got the legendary scrolls here. You get some of those from doing the Summoner's Way. Some of those are from the event going on right now, and some of those are from TOA, as well as the Transcendence Scroll here. So we'll do the legendaries first. Don't really need him. I also have a Lucian already in storage. We pulled him from the 8-year anniversary Choose Your Own Nat 4 event. We don't really need any of these. And don't really need that either. So nothing there that we're really looking for. Okay, so that's not a bad one to pick up. He is a secret dungeon, so it just saves me farming it now. But he's not one. He would be one that we are going to be building early-ish. And we probably even will 2A him as well. There is still currently the Mystic Witch and the Vagabond event going on, so we will be looking to 2A one of them, and the Darien is a pretty good choice. He'll be used in our first and stable slow solo R5. And the Miho. Not a bad unit. Like, we can maybe build that and use it in some sort of like guild content or something like that, but probably just going to go into storage for now. We've got plenty of other 2As that we need to do before we get to Miho. Okay, and finally our Transcendent Scroll. So we're kind of just looking for anything that we can use early game here, or it doesn't really matter. We're not necessarily looking for any particular Nat 5 right now, so let's see what we get. Okay, the Water Weapon Master. Okay, so he's, I think you can actually use him potentially in a GB12 team, maybe in a Dragons team as well. I might look at building something like that, but probably we're just going to be putting him in storage for now as well. Okay, so the only other real updates I've got to show you guys is we'll have a quick look at just sort of what's going on in the events right now. We have the Nat 5 Summon event going on, which we've got, we got another one we can pick from here. So we'll see what we get with this one. Okay, Chiwu, not too bad. Not too sure which one we're going to go with here. We'll wait till we see all of them, then we'll decide what we're going to get. Like I said, we have already taken the Lucian from the Choose Your Own Nat 4 event. The only other updates we've got is we have finally summoned the Fire Imp champion, so we will be building a Verd soon, and he's going to help me out a lot faster with the Dimensional Hole dungeons, so we can 2A a lot more units at a higher level now. Probably we'll start to look at doing level 4, and we can get a lot more 2As out. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. That's basically what we've been going on in the last sort of few days. We're up to, like I said, we've just started day 5 now, so we'll see how we keep going. I'll keep doing some more experience farming and leveling up some different units that we're going to be needing for different sort of areas and content of the game. We'll 2A our Sath, and then in the next video I'll show you guys my updated faster GB12 team. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.